Good morning, South Florida, and welcome to the breakfast at the Brooklyn Cafe TV.
Take a deep breath and a good whiff of that coffee brewing. Grab yourself some toast, a donut, or any breakfast. As Dawn and Freddie get you up and ready for the rest of your day.
So I grabbed myself and called 888-994-4995 to share a tip of the day.
Or just to say good morning.
So get ready for the time of your life.
Shake off your sleepies, buckle up, because it's showtime.
And welcome. The camera switch. Braxton, get up and move this camera that way a little bit.
This way?
So one of the ways.
I love working with you. Happy Tuesday to you.
Well, this isn't the camera angle that I was looking at.
This one works all right. A little bit more here.
Nope.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, but you just move the head. You don't move the whole thing.
But that works, no?
There we go.
There you go. Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. It's funny. You guys have your ways of doing things, and I have my ways of doing it.
And that's why when I look and you go, it's good, and there's silence, and I say, but, and you go, it's good, but.
You see, now when she goes to the multi-screen, it's going to be perfect.
Okay.
The problem is that the multi-screen and the actual screen are two different camera angles.
So good morning to you. Happy Tuesday. Happy July 5th, everyone. Welcome to our Brooklyn Cafe morning show the day after the 4th of July. I know you are, because you had a great big event yesterday that you went to.
I'm a little hungover.
Did you have a good time?
I had a great time. I'm just a little hungover.
Vic Canellis Radio Live. Freddie went and he did some coverage and PR work while we were all out at the beach getting sunburn, doing laundry, all that fun stuff on the 4th.
Have you ever been to the Cove Amphitheater? Have you ever been there?
Isn't that where we were for that shoot?
No, I wish. That's where she should have had it. That's a beautiful facility.
The amphitheater? It's in the same vicinity, no?
Take Meisner Park, shrink it a little bit, and put it in there. That's what you got.
Really? So it was nice, a nice event.
And the radio station gave me back passes, so I was hanging out with the band members.
Yeah, who was the band? I saw those pictures.
It was a cover band. They said they would come here and sing for us.
Nice.
I got a surprise coming at 12 today.
I saw Oldies 95.3 and 96.9 were there.
It was there because the Parks Department had their 50th anniversary jubilee.
Nice.
And Vic came out making WNN, which is now Oldies, high def. The music is tremendous. It sounds unbelievable.
They did a whole music. Was it live?
Yeah.
They covered it on the radio. It was live last night?
They didn't cover it on the radio. I don't understand that. I asked him why. He says, that's small potatoes.
Okay.
I sort of shrank. I said, that's small potatoes.
All right, so going bigger. You had a good time, though.
I had a great time.
Hamburgers, hot dogs, a lot of people.
They had a lot of stuff. Crepes from Jacksonville who's coming to see us.
Nice.
But I'm a little tired.
Did you eat your way through the event?
What happened was I had to take a lot of pictures.
Yeah.
And I didn't get out of the parking lot till about 11.
Wow. How'd the pictures go? Good?
I'm sending them out now.
Is that what you've been doing all morning? Nice.
I have over 400 pictures.
Very nice. It was a good event then.
It was different. It was a great event. It was different. It started out, the first 4 people, I stepped on my sunglasses because people were running out and I wanted to catch it when they were coming out pictures. And I stepped on my freaking sunglasses. So they come in and it starts like this and it turns into a wave. And the next thing you know, there's got to be 4,000 people there.
Oh, wow.
Maybe more. And then afterwards, we sat on the grass and we watched fireworks.
Wow.
Nice. I have not seen live fireworks. I do not even know the last time. I'm looking forward to seeing the pictures. Baxter had a nice 4th of July.
I did.
Where'd you go?
Me and Bailey went to a little facility. It was on Spanish River. And it was a really amazing time.
Katie, can we have the 3 shot? He went out with Bailey.
Okay.
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah,
Yeah.
me, a friend of mine, Bailey, and a friend of
That's
hers
so nice.
went out together, and we had a fun time. I took a whole bunch of pictures. There was a live like it was like a bluegrass band, a lot of fiddles, banjos, basses.
Where was this? On Spanish River?
Yeah, Spanish River. and it
At the
was-
park.
That was
Yeah.
the Boca Raton
I've done that.
Parks Authority, I think that did that
I've done
one,
that the
right?
last 7 years.
That's so much fun.
Did they put you on the little jitney and it takes you over, or you could drive
walked.
now?
We parked and we walked.
It's funny because you have the option. They don't let you park in the facility anymore.
No, the cops were there. Beto was like, "Can I park here?" I was like, "Oh, it's barricaded off."
Wait, Bailey drove?
Yeah, Bailey drove.
You missed that. Bailey said, "Can I park there?" You have to listen to the whole. This is the needle in the haystack we got.
Yeah,
Bailey drove
So
there.
Bailey drove.
This is
Yeah,
information.
and she did
The
well.
needle in the haystack. And she did well. Good, you're all alive.
Well, yeah.
We're glad to see you here alive.
Yeah, so am I.
But Bailey's not here yet.
Well, she'll
Oh
be here.
God. Say
Well,
that.
she'll be here. So.
Yeah, I don't think she's here today.
Today's
Or
Tuesday.
Tuesday, yeah. Now, let me get this right. Were you in the front seat or her friend was in the front seat?
My roommate was in the front seat giving her direction.
So
And
she
me
picked you guys
and
up.
her- Honestly, the only uncomfortable thing, her car is really small.
It's what, like a Mini Cooper or something?
Yeah. So we were packing there like a bunch of sardines.
But it's a nice car.
Imagine
Oh, it's
him
a-
in a
it's
small
an
car.
amazing car.
So why didn't you take your car?
He has no battery.
Battery dead. But,
Still?
Yeah, we are getting it. Apparently, when my dad says enough for this, we're going to get. We're getting it serviced. So.
Right across the street, you could take it for $100. That's what I'm saying.
I think you could call someone. They would even do it at your apartment.
I don't
I have a guy who'll take
wherever you
right
live.
to where you're at.
really.
I got a guy who'll change your tires right where you're at.
Pretty much.
Interesting.
So what was the highlight of the night, other than Bailey found the place to park and you're all alive? That to me is a win-win.
Oh yeah.
The fireworks were spectacular.
Yes,
Yeah?
I've done that park.
It was one of those moments when you just look up and like it doesn't feel real. It feels like magic. It's amazing. It's an amazing feeling.
Now I got to tell you the difference between that park, which I've done 7 years, is fantastic, is that you're right under it. When they blow it up, you look up or you lay down and you're right under the fireworks. The one that I was at yesterday was about 400 yards away. There's a big difference between fireworks away from you and when you're under it. I also did fireworks at the ocean on the beach. And the barge is on the ocean and right there you're under it.
I have not seen live fireworks in years. Say good morning to Lori.
Good morning, Laurie. Now I got a phone call today.
We're going to ask Katie what she did, yes.
Oh, let's ask Katie. Katie, what'd you do for the 4th of July?
I went to the beach with my cousin and aunt and uncle. Got severely sunburned. We're dealing with it, but it's okay. We're good. We're alive and well.
Here she is, fair, blonde, light-eyed Katie goes to the beach without sunscreen.
Oh,
She is as red, she's as pink as my dress.
Why would you do that?
Oh.
See it? Okay, whatever. Anyways, whatever. I don't know why I did that, but anyways, I'm sunburned, but we're good. We're good. It was fun. Had a great time.
Which beach did you go to?
Well, my cousin is a member of the Boca Resort, so we went
Nice.
there.
Went to the Boca Resort.
Well, I'm not a member there.
No, but that's a nice beach.
That's more than the beach. That's like an amazing time, right?
Yeah, except for getting sunburned. But
Oh.
it was good. It was good, and then we went swimming the next day. I put on sunscreen this time. Not enough, but that's okay.
Have you ever been on the 4th of July anywhere in Florida, or is this the first time?
I think this is the first time.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Highly recommend wearing sunscreen in Florida.
It was hot out this weekend.
Oh yeah.
So I just,
I was-
yeah.
I was in the little tent with the fans going, and I was sweating bullets. I mean, it was bad. But like speaking of sunscreen, because I was scrolling through TikTok and I saw this little sticker that can put on your arm, and it's clear, transparent when you put on sunscreen. But when the UV rays start affecting you and you need to apply more sunscreen, it turns purple.
Oh, that's
Really?
cool.
Yeah,
Where'd you get that?
I have no idea.
He saw it on TikTok.
Yeah,
We should
no
buy
idea where to
some.
find it, but I thought it was an interesting concept.
That's very cool. So Friday night I got home and I decided I wanted to go for a walk.
Oh.
On the 4th of July?
You know, this is Friday.
Oh.
So I went out of my neighborhood and I walk over 95 into the neighborhoods around me. Chuck's legs hurt badly all weekend. We just kept walking because you know what happens when you walk? You got to walk back.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to plan how far you're going to go before you come back.
Yeah.
So that was my Friday night.
So let me get this right. You took Chuck with you?
Yes, because I wasn't walking across I-95 by myself. Because that wasn't a smart idea. So I took him with
From
me.
where you live, I-95 is a hike. You mean over I-95?
Over I-95 and into Palm Beach Farms and up Juana, and back around. It's probably like a 3-mile walk. It wasn't too bad.
So
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not walking these streets alone. You want to come with me?
This is a really bad idea, and every time I tell my parents that I do this, they think I'm an absolute maniac for doing it. There are certain nights when I don't sleep very well, and the only things that'll put me to sleep is a walk. So I sometimes go walk around the streets at like 2:30, 3 o'clock at
Oh,
night.
that's crazy.
And it's like a ghost town.
So ask your mom.
Dead quiet.
Ask your mom when you were born, if you were a colicky baby, did they drive you around for you to go to sleep?
Okay.
Because I wonder if that was like this whole thing in your mind. You know, these
Why,
were
childhood
you?
issues. A colicky baby? I think
Yeah,
so.
like it's so interesting. On those nights, that's the only thing that'll put me to sleep.
As you
I
walk.
put on my headphones, blaring music, and I walk outside, and it's like nothing else exists. It's like, it's kind of interesting.
It's nice when you put on your music, right, and you walk. And I was
Oh
thinking
my
of
God.
you and Linda
The
walking
only
around your
thing
neighborhood.
That's kind of a nightmare when you do that are the bikers. They scare the living daylights out of you because they just go, and it makes you freak out.
Yeah, walking
Yeah.
over
Yeah.
I-95 the other day freaked
You
me
ever
out.
heard the old saying, nothing good happens after midnight?
Yeah.
And you're walking in the midst of nothing's good as
2:30
that.
at night. 2:30 at night.
Walk around your house.
Do you have a nice weekend? You look a little exhausted. Katie, he's looking a little tired over here, no?
I agree. I think a few minutes ago he just said he was a little hungover. So
You're a little hungover? I went to my sister's last night for the 4th.
How was that?
She had a lot of people. It was nice. Everyone brought food, and it was good.
I think that's what's getting me right now.
What?
There was 4,000 people out there. I haven't done a gig like that in 3 years.
Yeah, I'm a little people phobic. I got to tell you, this whole situation has made me a little people phobic, which is funny because we're with people all the time.
Yeah, but not
So-
like this. These are numbers. I mean, these numbers. And thank God that he had a VIP room. So they assigned me to take pictures in the VIP room, which was air conditioning.
I was wondering how you were out there.
Nice.
Wow, it
So
was
I
hot
got-
last night.
Yeah. So I got there at 4. I didn't go to work until 5:36. And then I kept coming in and out. And then the guy who was doing the video, he was sweating. He says, why don't you just stay on the stage? You got to tell me twice. Air conditioning, baby.
And you said, okay, good for me.
I said, absolutely.
Did you take Freddie or there she is?
And it lives.
Look who's here, the Uber driver.
Did you drive? Oh my God. SOS, SOS. Bailey's on the road. Bailey's on the road.
I got to tell you though, that bumper they put together on the beach for 4th of July was amazing.
Got a lot of hits.
They did a fantastic job. And Katie, we are
Very close.
1.6 away from a major celebration. 1.2 away from a celebration, I got to tell you. So
close. Yeah.
getting very close before we hit. And I was told last night, people asked me, car keys with a duck on it?
Yeah,
Seriously?
Yes.
She's got Quacky on her keys.
absolutely.
I've never seen Freddie so happy to see you.
Congratulations to you.
Congratulations.
I know we're here without all of myself without killing anybody.
That's a
Are
plus.
you a good driver?
She is.
Thank you, Baxton. Yes, according to Baxton, at least I didn't kill
I heard that you
anybody.
drove
Oh
to
God!
you drove to the fireworks. Did you guys go somewhere afterwards?
Oh.
Yeah, I was their designated driver the whole time.
That's good. That means you didn't drink.
Exactly.
So that's safe. That's a good thing. I think she should always be the DD.
I don't think she knows the rules.
She
That means
does.
you don't drink.
She did not drink.
She didn't drink.
I didn't drink
At
Freddie.
all?
She drank some frozen lemonade.
Not
but
if you're a
that's all
DD,
she
you do
drank.
not drink.
Oh, I had
Don't you know the rules?
Oh my God, and I had that banana pudding cheesecake.
Oh my god, the banana pudding cheesecake, it was so good.
Ooh,
What?
and the red velvet cheesecake too. Oh my god.
oh my God, let me tell you guys about my weekend.
Tell us.
Oh my God, so Friday after work, I went fishing with my friends in Lake Worth, and
You drove there?
no, not this time.
Okay, you went fishing.
And
Wow.
I didn't catch anything, but at least the view was beautiful. Like the ocean view. Oh my God. And then afterwards, we went over to the West Palm Block, and we had our first. I witnessed my first drag show.
Oh.
We didn't go our way to see it. We just like came across it. We just like ended up watching it.
Was it cool?
Oh, it's really funny.
Did you drive there?
No, not this time. No, not tonight. And then after that, we went over to the club and like witnessed the first rock concert.
Ooh.
Not my first concert, but like I witnessed my first mosh pit. I almost went in it, but when I decided like hopping.
Katie's dying.
What's going on over
I'm trying to
here?
picture Bailey in a mosh pit, and that sounds terrifying for everyone. I mean, good for you, but that sounds terrifying.
Rock and roll.
She jumped in the mosh pit.
No, I didn't jump in a mosh pit. I almost did, but I didn't get hurt. But someone stepped on my foot the second I stepped in. I was like, okay, I think I should back off a bit. And then I went dancing with everyone. I was dancing with a complete stranger. He was awesome. He was like a dance. Oh my God, he was like a dancing god.
And that was Saturday night.
Oh, I mean Monday night.
But that was Monday night. You went to the fireworks.
Yes, Saturday night I went there with my grandparents and Dad for his birthday,
Oh.
and I stuffed my face with seafood.
Oh.
And the lemongrass hot pot.
Oh god, the hot pot.
Let's take a look at Freddie's face right now.
What'd you do Sunday?
I can't get over it.
Sundays,
It's just-
Sundays worked.
Somewhere else.
Oh no, that was Monday. I was about to say, excuse me?
Monday I worked a bit as well, but then Monday,
Yeah.
me and Baxton went to the 4th of July event. I think
Yeah.
we were on like at Spanish River, right?
Yeah, Spanish River.
Yeah, and there's food trucks, hot dogs, burgers, hot dogs,
Chinese.
I know where the wedding's going to be.
Where?
What?
There?
At the food trucks.
Yeah. I've actually been to that. The food
For a
is
wedding for the
really
food
good.
trucks?
No, I've been to that place.
Imagine having a wedding at the food trucks.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be amazing. Okay, guys, just get whatever you
These
want.
two?
Wedding's over.
These two? You do like a wedding at the amphitheater, and then you have food trucks as the catering. Everyone gets what they want. I think it's a brilliant idea.
I think you should start putting ideas out there. Thank you
Isn't
very
that a perfect idea for them?
Yeah.
All right, so each food truck had different cheesecakes.
Yeah. And no. There was a cheesecake food truck only.
Did you get their card? Can we call them and bring them in? Remember the name of
Sweet
it?
Lips. Sweet Lips.
Sweet Lips, yes.
Sweet Lips.
All right, so Baxton, contact them today. Let's bring them in.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah,
my
but
God, you better,
yeah.
Baxton.
And at least somebody didn't hurt you during the mosh pit, but somebody did. Me and Bailey were doing the bluegrass, and we decided to do like the dance when we spun each other around.
Yeah.
And we tried it twice.
Oh,
Each
dear.
time Bailey went flying to the ground right after. I mean, it
Yeah.
was
You
bad.
danced?
Yes, we danced.
You had fun?
Oh, we had a lot of
my
fun.
God. It was fun to Bailey went flying.
It was the most fun weekend I've
be
had
Kara.
since like in a while.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Nice. Is
So
that
you-
Kara? Good morning,
yeah.
Kara.
Morning, Kira.
So you tried to twirl her.
No, like we bumped each other around and we were spinning around, and then she'd let go and she'd fall.
And you went to Atlanta also, right? You had
Yeah,
a
I
busy
went to
weekend.
Atlanta.
You drove or you flew?
I flew. Actually, it kind of worked out kind of miraculously. But I booked my flight without knowing what time my mom and dad's
Oh,
flight
sorry.
landed back in America, because they were in Peru and she got COVID, so she had to go home. So I didn't know that.
They let her on the airplane.
Huh?
Because the U.S. doesn't now require a
She
test,
got-
right?
Well, what happened was she got COVID. She missed her connecting boat ride to go to where she really wanted to go. She got better, so she just, instead of staying in Peru for any longer, she just decided to cut her trip short and go home.
And it was your mom's birthday, right?
Yeah.
Happy
she was-
birthday, Mom.
And she was bummed because like it was her dream to go to the Galapagos Islands, and it didn't happen yet.
Of course, Galapagos.
And when my plane landed an hour after her plane landed. That wasn't timed, so we were actually able to like surprise her at the airport. And I remember seeing her, and I just started walking up to her and going, and she just started looking around like, who in the heck could be that? And then she finally just looked at me. It looked like she saw a ghost.
Was she so happy?
She probably.
Oh my God, she was ecstatic. We don't do this kind of stuff. Normally, when I come and visit, it's known. They're like, okay, Baptist's gonna come and visit you. But this is like a last-minute thing that we were able to pull off, and it was really, really fun.
She probably thought she bought a berth in the Galapagos.
Was it a big birthday?
Like, it was my dad, my mom, me, and my aunt.
Very nice.
Oh, I think I forgot to lock my car.
Uh-oh! Mayday!
So you should probably go look.
Yeah, you should probably go lock your car, baby.
I'll be right back.
The mind of Bailey. I absolutely love it. So, Katie, see, your weekend was pretty mellow compared to those guys.
Very. Very. I can't get over Freddie's face throughout this whole entire discussion. His face just keeps changing from like weird, disgust.
Disgust!
You haven't said much.
He's just sitting and observing.
I'm just too hungover.
It was that bad, huh? How much did you drink?
It doesn't matter. But the funny thing is that
Sounds like he drank a lot.
it's like
How many
everything,
drinks did you have?
Okay,
It's
car's
like-
locked.
Okay.
and it continues.
How much did you drink last night?
Anyway,
Look happy to see you today.
so what do we got cooking? We got some good stuff cooking. This what?
New Boca magazine is out.
Oh,
The Best of Boca. It is a special summer edition for July and August, so get your copy. Came out last week, July 1st.
we also have a.
Your 4th of July bumper was unbelievable, by the way.
Thank you so much.
I actually sent it to your mom. And I said, I want you to see what your daughter's leadership has created in
Yeah,
this
I saw the
studio.
text.
Did
Thank
you?
you so much.
They're going to call us and let us know what page it's on.
His face is still just.
Call to action. Give us a call to the studio, 888-994-4995. Studio B. Let us know what page you see our ad, and we will give you a, free bag of coffee and maybe a spotlight interview. What do you think?
Okay.
We got a big interview tonight at 7 o'clock on WWNN.
Yeah, what are you cooking?
We are interviewing author Frank Ruffolo, and he is going to be talking about his books and all the spirituality.
Don't
That's
you
my
have
new
an
idea.
announcement to make about a new networking channel?
Are we announcing that?
Well, I guess so. I'm so hungry. Whatever.
I think we're going to wait until we actually talk to our social media expert. But yes, we have a new network that we are launching, sort of an umbrella to all of the things that we've been bringing forward. So I'm excited about that.
What was that?
Nothing. Nothing.
So are you going to make the announcement?
No. I think we'll wait for the 12 o'clock hour. Because I want to run it by. You want me to announce it?
No.
I think I want to run it by our crew first. I want to come up with a logo and I want to come up with the name for it so we can actually properly announce it because I think it's time.
Good idea.
That's
Oh,
live.
God.
Like, where do you guys get your most inspiring moments, your inspiration? Or
That's
when, I
what-
should say.
Okay, this may sound weird, just daydreaming. That's where I get my best moments.
Just throughout the day?
Yeah, just daydreaming when this may sound weird, like when I just totally lose touch with reality and it's just me, nothing but me and my thoughts, that's when I get my best ideas.
Unfortunately, I'm always with my thoughts. So
Honestly, it's kind of almost the same thing with me too. When I'm just alone with my thoughts and no one around, it's like, oh, I know what to do now.
It's losing touch with reality that
Yeah.
makes a difference.
But you know, I was thinking because Quacky and Slouch were a brainchild of you.
Yeah.
We were just coming up with mascots one day and went, Bailey, okay, create whatever you want. So you created Quacky and Slouch, and now Quacky and Slouch have a life of their own.
Did you notice more people,
More
more
characters are coming
adults were talking about the Saturday cartoon?
Really?
More and more people were writing and liking it and says, wow, this is, but they said this is a throwback. It's not a throwback, it's the only cartoons that we can place on the air without getting in trouble.
You're kind of throwback. Katie, when do you get your most inspirational moments or
She does
ideas? Sure she does.
Yeah, she
Look at her running everything right now.
That
She's
was
single-handedly
rude.
running the
Oh
show.
my god.
That was so rude. You need to wake up.
Don't
Okay.
diss Katie like that.
Thank you, Bailey. Thank you.
No problem, Katie.
Anyways, as
What's
I
her
was
name?
saying,
Texas.
so really interrupted. Okay. No, I'm just kidding. Honestly, like Instagram, Reels, like I think I'm just, like it's kind of like a For You page, like on TikTok, but instead of TikTok, it's on Instagram, and mine is like inspirational, like motivational, like organization stuff, and so I like watching those kind of videos.
So like you watch Instagram like TikTok like they're stealing
The
from one another.
inspirational videos. When do you get inspired?
Like
Like when?
Like,
I read a lot of stuff and I make pictures of things I like and then I use them at the appropriate time.
You've been doing an amazing job on posting. I have to tell you, all those coffee posts,
I get that from 100 different sources.
but wherever you're getting them, everyone's loving them. And your throwback to the phone,
The phone
phone
was
on the
yours.
wall?
That was you.
the phone
You
on the
did the
wall.
phone.
Did I? I forgot what
I did July 1st, 1977 is when they introduced the Sony Walkman.
Oh my
And
god.
you guys are too young to know what a Sony Walkman is.
I know a Walkman.
But you know your ear pods that you wear to hear music?
uh-huh.
They were created from the Sony Walkman,
Wow, I'm learning so much.
1977.
Well, think about how many things were created before the iPhone, which is now so much the norm,
Yeah.
right?
I remember I used to have the
I just broke
phone
my phone when I got here.
that used to open and close.
Broke your phone?
You had the flip phone.
Exact. Really
Did you
bad.
get the thing out of your phone?
Oh yeah, I
Screen
did.
protector?
And then you broke your phone.
Yeah.
Wait,
How'd
have
you
a
get
screen
that out of your
protector?
phone?
Okay,
Tweezers.
so I just used like a pair of tweezers. It was like last week.
And how'd you break the phone?
I broke it this morning when I was when I was walking over to my car.
You
I-
dropped it?
Dropped it?
Yeah.
What did your mom say to you?
Oh, she doesn't know. She didn't know about the broken phone
She
yet.
does now.
Lindsay.
Oh, she'll know now when she sees this. She knows
knows
this
now.
episode.
And she will know now.
Mommy,
Very
I broke my
interesting.
phone. Can you help me buy a new one?
Oh
You broke the glass or you broke the phone? They're two different animals.
Oh, the glass.
no.
So you take it to that glass
Apple
place.
Care.
Yeah, whatever, and they're fixed.
Do you have
Wait,
Apple?
can I
Do
fix
you have
it?
Apple Care?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Yeah, you probably do. Your dad probably does. If I know him and he knows you, you got Apple
You need to have
Care.
Apple Care.
Trust
Because they can fix your screen with Apple Care for like $30, I think, or something like that.
You know what's
$30?
funny? When you have
Or
kids,
something
you guys don't
similar
have
to
kids
that.
yet. When you have
Don't
kids,
quote me on that, but I think it's something similar.
you have no idea what you're in store for as a
Really?
parent, right?
If I come here, I don't know what I'm in
We
store for.
have kids, and it's this cute little baby, and it's the whole process and coming together and growing a family. And as they grow up, it's the different things. And now it's phones and protection plans and this and that, and it's just life, as they say. It's the journey.
You know, you make women having birth a very scary thing. Because you describe everything.
It's an interesting concept, but
Have you given birth?
I have to tell you the benefit
I've
of having
been there. I'm going to tell
Have
you,
you given birth?
it ain't mucho sexy.
having kids young is because the beauty of having children when you're young is that you don't know what you don't know until you're on the other side, and then you have
As
grown
opposed
adults.
to
As
having
opposed to
no-
having a child and knowing exactly what's in store for you. It is the
You're talking
pure
about the
definition
birth or
of
you're
life.
talking about the child raising?
The whole situation.
Yeah, my son was talking to me about Joey because Joey now is communicating likes and dislikes. And he wanted to go to the store, but he didn't want his mother to go. And he says, well, you got to be nice to mom. He says, why?
Oh.
So all of a sudden, I said, boy, I love it. I love it. I love Joey. Go get him, baby. Ask daddy why. Why? Why, daddy? Why? So everything is why.
That's Joey.
And I love it because as you creatures get older and the teens begin to happen.
Creatures.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Oh, no, you're creatures. When you have your child, you're going to say, Freddie was right. My kid is a creature because they begin to change. It starts around the age of 8. And by 11, it's unheard of. And then by the teens come in. Tell them about the teens.
8, I think 2. I was looking at Aaron yesterday, and Ashley was explaining what
Yeah,
happens
but
to
you
him
still
at the end of
control
the
them
day.
at 2.
And I said, wow, it sounds like he acts like he did when he was 2, when he gets hungry. Certain things do not change.
You can still control them until about 7. There's no controlling them.
You think?
Oh my God, they were
You
7-year-old.
can only control them until you're not changing their diapers anymore. And once you're done changing diapers and they're potty trained, there is no more control.
And they have this mind of their own. They go to things, they go through things, they do things they shouldn't do. Or we did them too.
I know. You know, we're just so old. We're talking like grandparents now. I'm not even a grandmother
But
yet,
I
but
love
I'm
the
kinda
fact that life gives me a chance to get back at my sons without really getting back at them. Because Freddie is pulling whatever hair left he has out of his head. Joey and his father are going neck and neck because he's trying to be his son's best friend. That ain't gonna work. You know
Nope.
that. You can't be a parent and a best friend. Good luck with that. So I'm very happy to say.
So I was reading about this podcast, which makes me think of it. It's called, the podcast is, oh my goodness, Living Good Currency with Tony and Tobias.
Oh.
I know Tony and Tobias.
Do you?
Yeah.
So it's a podcast, and what they talk about is respecting the process. And I guess they've become very successful entrepreneurs in business, and many, many companies they've acquired under their network of umbrellas, their umbrella under their network. And it's about, he says, it's about respecting the process, meaning if you do the right things, the right results will tend to follow. Am I keeping you up?
No, I'm just.
Apparently, this hangover, you should not be doing a morning show. so I'm sorry I don't entertain you enough.
It definitely be entertaining.
Yeah.
You have to respect the process, meaning if you do the right things, the right results will tend to follow. But on the same note, they've also learned that you have to celebrate the highs when you have the highs.
Small victories.
You always have to celebrate the highs because the highs are never as high as you think and the lows are never as low as you think.
They can
But when
get
you
lower.
have those high moments, those are the highs that you have to celebrate and embrace the journey and everything you've learned.
Wowzers.
He says it's like becomes like a muscle memory that you really need to celebrate the highs and not just, oh, we achieved this, what's next? You have to really embrace the small victories. And if you can embrace the small victories and do what's right and feel the positivity of the journey, the lows will never be as low, but the highs will always be higher.
You know, now you say that, Bailey, when did you do your first drive of your first car, the first moment that you turned the key? When was it?
Well, it's when we were first getting it.
No. When you drove by
For the
yourself.
first time.
Oh.
Was it Monday?
It was when I was adjusting my parking.
When was that? This week?
Like last week.
What'd that feel like for you?
I felt kind of easy, honestly. And it's honestly, I never.
Yeah, but you didn't have people in the car.
Huh?
You didn't have anybody else in the car. It
No
was
one.
just you.
Just me.
So when you sat there, did you sit there and say, wow, look at me, I'm driving?
Yes.
So that's what she's talking about. That moment will go down for the rest of your life. You will never forget that moment.
I will never forget that moment.
I remember the first time I drove alone. It was actually an accident. I was supposed to drive, simply turn the car around and drive into the parking lot, but I made a wrong turn and somehow I found myself on the road. And let me tell you, that was an experience.
But you know, those things you celebrate in life that you
Yeah.
didn't think you'd achieve or you never dreamed that you would ever be in this situation, next thing you know, you've got something great.
Yeah.
But if you don't enjoy it and celebrate it,
Yeah.
then why'd you work so hard
I
for,
always remember
right?
the first time my dad tried to teach me something while driving. I remember I was so calm and I remember how happy I was. And then all of a sudden I just hear my dad saying, "Watch out for the mailbox! Don't hit the mailbox!"
Oh,
That's a
God,
dad.
Like my dad.
Do you remember the
That
first
sounds
time
like
you
way
drove?
too much like my dad.
Yes, I remember the first time I drove by myself.
That you sat down and said, look, I'm a driver. Your own car.
I don't remember the first time I drove. I remember the first time I got behind the wheel of a car and my dad sitting next to me says to me, a car is like a gun.
Oh no!
It will kill people.
Amen.
So be very careful when you drive. And I was 15 years old. What is it with dadisms?
I don't
Moms
know.
don't say things like that.
Well,
Dadisms?
Dadisms.
Okay, I
You have
got an interesting-
anyone? Katie, you have a dadism?
I've never heard that word in my
A
life.
dadism?
First for me.
I think I just made it up.
I think you did.
Do you remember the first time you drove your car?
Yeah,
Is that complicated?
you mean like when I passed my driver's test? Like after, and then they're like, okay, like drive around. And so I was like, did I really just get my license? But it was, do you mean like afterwards?
I mean, like your car, your first time you had your car driving yourself the first day.
Oh, it was like a good experience. I mean, it's fun because like, especially when like you turn 16, you're like,
Yeah.
oh my god, like I'm driving a car, blah blah blah. But like, Definitely scary also, because you don't want to just crash the first day.
Oh, I know that feeling.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is this week we're going to celebrate and we're going to open up that bottle of wine from Dawn Clifford with the gold in it.
Take it easy. We ain't there yet.
We're going to be there.
Oh, yeah.
We're at 97.
98.
98,000 out of
98.6. 98.8. We are not there. We're at that.
Do you want to place that
Hold
bet
on.
again?
Hold
Place
on.
that bet again? Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's the bet?
Hold on. We ain't there yet. And what goes up can come down. So just chill.
Okay.
So I was told yesterday that when we get there, we need to thank everybody and do a big shout out.
Why?
Someone came up to me yesterday and asked if we were interested in interviewing musicians because he is a rapper. You actually met his sister. One of our first interviews we did up in iHeart was a girl that my sister fostered through JAFCO.
I remember that.
She has now gone on to get an undergrad. She's a semester away from graduate school on environmental psychology in the workplace. So she gets her master's in December. I saw her yesterday. She is just straight A student, leaps and bounds from
She
where she
sings?
came from. No, her brother is a rapper. Not the same story, but a similar type of story. He's a rapper and he's really come up and done some great things. He does property maintenance. He manages all the facilities of one of the big food chains in Florida. So I said, come on up, and I asked him who did his music video. So he told me, and it's an organization, it's like Angels with Wings organizations where they help people who really need help finding their way. And he said they've done an amazing job helping him. They did his video. He released his first rap song, so we're going to be bringing him in to talk about that
Very good.
and his story. So, you know, there are people that have childhood difficulties. Everyone has something, but when you see those evolve and come out and do something really, really great. So Macy has just done amazing things, really incredible
You
things.
should applaud the small victory. Celebrate the small victory.
Celebrate the highs, right? And then, instead of we're always looking at, oh my gosh, what could go wrong? It will. But what could go right? It will. So we should be celebrating the positive big victories instead of those small losses and the worries.
Well, I mean, you don't want to.
That's true.
You don't want
Right.
to fall back on. I read a lot this weekend about.
Slouch is scratching on his mic.
I read a lot this weekend that things that go right are advancements, and things that go wrong are
Is that you, Katie?
lessons.
Who's knocking?
That's her.
Knocking, that's not me.
That's
I
her.
think it's.
I thought it was you.
Is it?
Maybe. I don't know.
Things that go wrong are lessons.
What do we learn from them so we don't do them again? All right, let's take a commercial break. We're going to come back more with our Talk to Me Tuesday at the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Give us a call, 888-994-4995. Studio B, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hey travelers, everybody wants cheap airfares, but where can you find them? You call Smart Fares. Our prices are direct from the airlines, and they're so low they're not published anywhere. Smart Fares specializes in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rentals, and great package deals anywhere around the world. Wherever you want to go, Smart Fares can help you get there cheaply and with the best price guarantee. If you want the absolute lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call us right now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these low rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the lowest rates available. So don't wait. Call Smart Fares right now for the best price guaranteed. Save up to 50% off business and first class. We've got great last-minute travel deals too.
Call 855-828-0198. That's 855-828-0198. 855-828-0198.
Imagine this is your money and someone wants to take it from you. Who is it? The IRS. Guess what? They want your money and they can take it, all of it if they want. Remember, they sent you that letter right over here that said, hey, you owe us a bunch of cash and we're going to take it from you right now. So what do? You fight back by letting our team of experts work it out with the IRS so you can keep your money. And hey, we're good at what we do. When you hire us, you get a team of guys on your side that know the IRS laws, and we'll fight really hard to save your money. So, if you owe the IRS a ton of cash and you want to keep it, call right now and learn for free how we can help you put it back in your pocket. 5 minutes of your time right now can save you thousands of dollars. And the best part, it's a free call, so please call right now.
call 800-651-4808.
We hope you're enjoying this episode of the Brooklyn Cafe TV show. Whether you enjoy watching in the mornings or afternoons, you can now watch with your favorite merchandise. Choose from the Brooklyn Cafe t-shirts, ranging from sizes small to 3XL. Colors available include black, dark heather, and navy. Feeling chilly? Just check out our latest hoodie with over 9 colors to choose from. Sip on some Brooklyn Cafe coffee with Dawn and Freddie in a matching mug as seen on set. Brooklyn hats and special seasonal items are always popping up and available upon request. To purchase, you can visit our online store at brooklyncafe.tv/shop. Happy shopping!
And we're back.
I think you're channeling your inner Frank Ruffalo. You know, he was dressed just like you last week when he was on the show, and everyone commented on the picture. Nice hat, nice shirt, looks like Freddie. So this should be an interesting interview we get to do tonight. Maybe you sit on set and I run the board tonight.
No.
Is what I'm thinking.
I was going to ask you, tonight's show, which airs at what time?
7 o'clock.
Tonight's show, are we doing the interview or is he talking about his books by himself?
Probably a little bit of both.
Okay. All right, should be fun.
You up for that?
Yeah.
You sit on set and I run the board. I will be behind the scenes and not on set tonight, I think.
No, I don't think so.
I think that's a nice way to put that.
No, they already told me to make sure you're on. Everybody wants to see the Dawn.
You make that up. It's not even good makeup anymore. It's not even a good spin, but it's a nice try. What else you got planned for this week? How you doing, Kira? Happy 4th of July to you.
Hi.
That bumper you did was amazing.
Oh, thank you. The bus. I'm sorry for being late, but the bus, I had to ride it for the first time in a long time.
No worries.
The stupid driver, like, when she dropped me off, she not drop me off here, but, I mean, she was dropping someone else off. She went and picked up mangoes for like 10 minutes before going to my place.
Did she share any mangoes with you?
No.
Tell her that sometimes I have mangoes here.
Yeah.
No worries, it's all good. You had a nice weekend?
Yeah.
I have to tell you, that bumper was spectacular.
Working the 4th was awful, though.
Oh, what's the movie? What's the top movie?
Top Gun.
Have you seen it?
So guys, he wants to see my new phone.
Have you seen Top Gun,
My
Bailey?
new phone. Hi, Kira.
Bailey, have you seen Top Gun?
No, I haven't.
Katie?
I've seen it and I love it.
I saw Elvis and I thought it was the most spectacular movie I've ever seen.
Really?
Are a lot of people seeing Elvis? When
Yeah.
you work? Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
Oh my
see
God.
I haven't seen it yet,
Elvis
but
is spectacular.
it's on my list. I really want to see it.
I don't wanna
as
see
soon
Elvis.
as
I have negative
Well, why
10
not?
interest in Elvis.
Yeah.
I hate
I mean-
biopics.
I mean, okay.
Okay, but
Here's
Austin
the
Butler's in it. Can we talk about that?
Who's
It
Austin
didn't
Butler?
Work
You don't
like
know
a
who Austin
particular
Butler is,
biopic.
right?
Oh, is that the guy who plays Elvis?
Similar to
Yeah.
a documentary.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Did you did not like Working the 4th, but you liked Top Gun?
I didn't watch Top
Oh,
Gun.
you didn't. Movies were crazy busy.
Yeah.
What was the #1 film?
Top Gun, probably.
Top Gun.
That's where I'm going this Saturday.
What movie theater do you work at?
Oh, that's bad.
The Cinemark.
People go to the movies on Mondays and Wednesdays. That's when you work usually, right?
Yeah.
The Cinemark on Airport Road?
No, a different one.
Oh, different. Okay.
Like, I think it's so interesting, and I think this is a brilliant idea.
Sure.
People do like half at this little DMV, not the DMV, that's the driver's regular license. I forgot what it was called. I forgot what it was called, but they do like half off tickets on Tuesdays to get people to go to the movies on Tuesdays. And I think it's just a brilliant idea because it just a lot of movie theaters during the weekdays, they don't get they don't get many people going. So I think the fact that they're doing half off tickets on Tuesdays is brilliant.
When my kids were little, I would take them to movie day. It was like on a Tuesday, I'd have to get a babysitter for one and take the other, and we saw Pebble and the Penguin. They had all these kids movies for like half price.
Yeah.
All these things actually raised my children.
I want to talk about when you go to the movies and you see Top
Katie,
Gun,
can we have a 3-shot, please?
and then you hide into another movie theater to see a second movie.
Don't do that.
What?
People do it all the time.
Kira's gonna
I've
catch
only done
you.
that once.
I've never done that
People
before.
do it all the time.
I'm surprised I haven't done it sooner. I'm surprised I haven't done it as a kid.
And you know how you can tell that they're doing it? They're sitting in a seat that somebody says, "You're sitting in my seat," oh, I'm sorry, and they go to another seat because they're hopping. So they don't know who's in what seat. I did this with my son one time with Freddie. No, maybe more than once. But anyway, this one time I remember doing it, and we jumped into a 3D movie. We didn't have 3D glasses,
I was gonna say, you guys like the 3D glasses?
but we were the only ones in there. So he goes over to the lady. I told him, just stick your hand and take 2 out from the things that people put back. This is pre-COVID. He says, I ain't doing that. So he went over to the lady and said, listen, can you give me a 3D glass? She says, oh, you're hopping. He says, yeah, but there's nobody here. She says, okay. She gave him 2 glasses.
Isn't it funny what we used to do before COVID, and then now you're in a mosh pit, you're around 4,000 people.
Almost in a mosh pit.
I mean, think about, it's almost as if, it came, it went, we get sick or
What are you
whatever.
talking about? You were around 29,000 people.
What?
I know, we
And
went to
we're
the
on the
game last
stadium.
week too, that's what I'm saying, the things that we all do now.
You were there among 29,000
Oh yeah,
people?
the stadium baseball.
19.
And you
It was a
went,
small crowd.
how many?
19,000.
You sure?
It was 19,000 and 5,600 dogs.
Ooh.
Dogs.
Dogs.
God of dogs.
Wow.
Now, I don't understand. You were eating among your 19,000 peers all the time. You got up every inning to get something. And you were having peanuts and Cracker Jacks and all sorts of stuff.
What's Cracker Jacks?
It's like a popcorn.
Oh.
You don't know what Cracker Jacks is?
Kind of like
No,
humble popcorn
I don't.
almost.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Texas, do you know what a Cracker Jack is? Because if you don't know, I'm just going to go throw myself off a bridge.
You're gonna realize that you're like a grandpa and nobody knows what Cracker Jacks is.
You don't know what Cracker Jacks is?
Means you and I are
Buy
going to
me
the store
some
today.
peanuts and Cracker Jacks.
You would love Cracker Jacks, Bailey. It's caramel covered popcorn with peanuts in it. And then at the bottom, there's a prize.
Oh yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah.
I don't like peanuts. That's probably why I don't like
Oh, you probably wouldn't, then don't do that.
Forget about opening the box. You don't know that. That's an American standard.
You know the
Like
noise
a
when
hot
you would
dog.
shake it? Oh, speaking of hot dog, Nathan's hot dog contest
see
was
that?
today.
Oh.
It was yesterday.
Yesterday, how many?
63.
Wow.
The guy who's won it for the last 15 years won again.
Joey Chestnut?
Yeah. And you could tell that after he finished, he was sick. Because he's holding up the trophy. He looked like he's ready to barf any second.
With the buns, right?
He wets it in water.
Oh.
Oh.
So did you see
Oh.
a protester jumped up, talking about Roe versus Wade or something, jumped up on the stage when he was eating, and he put the kid in a headlock and punched him in the head and threw him down and kept eating. He didn't miss a beat. Everybody was dying.
Katie, something happened. Ugh.
What happened?
We lost the screen there for a second. 63 Nathan hot dogs. Good morning.
63, Nathan.
Who is it?
Haley. Oh my
wow.
gosh. I
Morning,
can't.
Haley.
And he won again. That guy, who the hell? He could stop at 60, but he wanted to break the record, so he had one more.
Thursday,
He
we're
was
actually
so
taking you guys up
sick.
for an event. No hot dogs there.
Where are we going?
Plant-based mafia.
Thursday. You guys,
Mafia.
who's here Thursday?
No plant.
I am.
I think everyone's
You're
here.
here
I'm going
Thursday?
Friday. I'm going here Friday.
Okay.
Are you here Thursday?
Yes, sir.
Feel
Haley, are you here Thursday?
yes.
Where's Haley?
She's right there. Yes, we're going up to Plant-Based Mafia. It's
is that?
Italian vegan restaurant that we worked with them, oh my gosh, years ago.
3 years, 4 years ago?
And now they have their own freestanding location in Palm Beach Gardens. So we're going to head up there and maybe take a side hustle field trip somewhere
Sounds
else.
like a lot of fun.
We have a side hustle and then the plant-based.
So
But we don't celebrate there if we don't pop the 100.
that's
There we
fine.
go.
That's
We're just
the
going to
deal.
go for lunch.
Now, what is the deal if we go 100 and then it comes down? There's got to be a deal. There's
won't.
got to be something on the table.
We have to throw up all the food that you give us.
Thank you, Kira.
In a baggie?
this?
Can we put it in a baggie?
Okay,
You can
this
take
is
it home?
Disgusting. You're gonna make me vomit.
You can start.
Okay,
Come on, just be
anyways,
positive. Enjoy the victories. Isn't that what we just talked about?
Enjoy the
Celebrate
victories.
the highs
Oh
because
yeah, last night was horrible for dogs because
yes, it was.
fireworks?
because
Fireworks?
fireworks. But then like it started raining and I was like, oh wow, no more fireworks. Aren't you happy, Franklin? That's my dog. And then it started thundering.
Oh no.
What kind of dog is Franklin?
I use a boxer mix.
Oh.
I always love hearing what kind of dogs people have. They have such interesting dogs. Like you've got a Rottie. Josh has
Kitty.
a pit bull. You've got
A boxer and another mixed dog.
You've got a little frou-frou dog.
Shih Tzu mix.
Oh,
Yeah.
how was he last night?
This one's got 3 cats.
Haley,
What do you
I
have?
Cats. 3 cats.
3 cats. You both have 3 cats?
I guess so.
Oh, what you do?
guess
Yeah, you guys have 3 cats.
I have a bird.
You've got 2 cats and a partridge and a pear tree.
The cats were
And a broken
they
phone.
were petrified yesterday.
The cats were?
Casper was not Peaches. She could care less. Ash cans,
Peaches.
cash cans and stuff. She just looked and yawned. Him, he was like
How many years have you had Casper? A long time.
5.
Wow.
I thought yesterday you should have gotten rid of him. Anybody want a Maine Coon cat, gray, blue-eyed? You want one?
The
You
cat.
take it with you to school?
4 cats.
You have 3 cats at school?
No.
No, you have none at school. You don't take cats to school. Now, if you
I don't
take,
think I can have a cat in my apartment.
Oh, darn shame.
well, this isn't a cat. He's more like a
Can
dog.
you register him?
I'll stamp him. I'll stamp his.
Yes, of
forehead
course.
if
You can
want.
register anything.
Okay. Actually, I think this is an interesting fact. Did you know that certain airplanes? I think it's interesting because people are very interesting because I saw a video of a person. They brought a little mini pony. It was a pony.
Yeah, I see
And
this.
classified as a support animal, and she brought it on a plane. And it was just a horse on a plane.
Yeah, the
Like,
federal government is beginning to put a shutdown on that because they can't be on the plane. They got to be
Yeah.
underneath it.
It's a horse.
So there's a whole thing in the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is probably going to have the animals before they get
The
on
Supreme Court right now has got so much on their plate, and state of Florida with between abortion, Supreme Court, Roe v. Wade, you name it.
Hey,
And
can we get a pony?
No.
I got a unicorn in the other room for you.
Ah,
Do you know, I was listening to a radio show this morning and they're saying that why is everybody making a big deal about Roe versus Wade? The Constitution does not guarantee those rights. So what they're doing is they're establishing the law of life and death, not rights. And he went down this whole merry way about saying that rights is not part of the Constitution, just life and death is.
So I was just sent on NPR today. Florida's new abortion law violates religious freedom in a synagogue's lawsuit. So Lador Vador on Jog in Boynton Beach filed a lawsuit that it is religious rights that are now being violated. Jewish religion. I told you in the Torah there was this whole synopsis that according to Jewish law, they have filed a lawsuit
But-
because of this.
But that's interpretation again. If you interpret the law that way, you're right.
So they're saying it violates religious freedom.
But they're going to come back and say that religion has nothing to do with the Supreme Court because remember, religion is one of the deadly rails they don't.
Yeah,
discuss.
but look, you can bypass vaccines when your kids go to school based on religious freedoms. You can say my religion does not,
Not according to the Supreme Court.
but in the state of Florida, and I know this because I used to work in pediatrics, if your religion does not deem your child to have vaccines, you can go to the health department
But
and you can
that's
get
in
a waiver.
Florida.
Well, this is a Florida
But the
lawsuit.
Supreme Court is federal for every
Yeah, but
state.
this lawsuit is in Florida for
Yes.
the abortion
Yeah,
law.
they're trying to stop the.
Haley?
So, why is it different that we have like the mother has to be able to have an abortion? Why is it different that they get to stop abortion due to their religion?
Because of life and death. In other words, if something has a pulse, is it alive? It's like if you kill a roach, is it murder? So if you kill a fetus, is it murder? And the problem that they have here is that they're bringing in the question now of life or death. That's
Well,
what
here's the
Supreme Court-
question. What deems a human different from a giraffe, a turtle, a koala bear,
Thumbs.
a roach?
Thumbs.
What makes a human a human?
We don't have long necks.
No, a human being is not an animal.
A human being can have, I'm not saying animals don't have emotions, but human beings can have complex emotions. They can.
Well, you can't define the difference between, you know the difference between a human being and everything
According
else.
to the Jewish religion, what defines a human being as a human being is a soul.
But again, that's religion. Let's talk
But this
about
is a religion.
I know, but
This
religion,
is a lawsuit based on religion.
The Supreme Court will throw out religion because they will not interpret religion. They're not the interpreters of the religion. They're the interpreters of what's alive and what's not alive. Is a fetus alive when you have a heartbeat? Is it? Hello?
Within the mother, it's a living being.
Is it
but
a
it cannot
living-
it
Listen
cannot
to the
sustain life
question.
on the outside.
But listen to the question. Is a fetus, when you hear the heartbeat, alive?
Yes, because
Okay,
it's alive through the mother.
stop.
But wait, it's the same thing if someone is on life support in a hospital because they are connected to the tube, like the fetus to the umbilical cord. Are they alive?
That's right, they are alive. And the question in that case is,
can you
who
pull?
pulls the plug? That's at the Supreme Court as well. See, the problem is that we can't define everything in religion. Definition of something religious is not definition of life or death. Okay, another case in point. When you murder somebody who murdered somebody, death row, Supreme Court has a ruling on that. Because that's life or death.
But this is
it
different.
murder?
This is a woman's right. This is a woman's
We're
body.
back to that again. And
Yes, we're all
I'm
gonna
not
be a whole
saying-
lot back
I'm
to
not
that.
saying that a woman doesn't have a right. I'm just saying that what the Constitution is basing it on is not rights. It is, and it's funny because guns, you have a right to have
Speaking
a
of
gun.
guns,
Yes.
look what happened yesterday in
Yes.
Chicago, in Illinois,
That's
right?
You heard what the mayor says. Oh, because the
I
Supreme
never
Court
thought it
says
would be me.
You could walk around now with a gun in everywhere.
What'd
and
the
then
mayor
they
say?
The mayor says that the Supreme Court says that you have a binding right to walk around and bear arms, and that's a right. And you're not a right. You don't have a right to stop that, no matter how many murders are.
But you don't have the
occurring.
right to kill people.
But you have a right to bear arms and defend yourself. Now, a guy sitting on a roof killing people, that ain't defending himself. And now we go to interpretation. The problem is that interpretation. Everybody comes up with a different interpretation.
What'd you do this weekend? You're little.
I was very upset hearing this. I sat through
You
it.
don't seem upset. You seem.
I am upset because you can't listen. I believe that you know how a bubble comes up from the bottom of the ocean and breaks at the top, and you don't know where it came from. And this is what we're going down the road. We are getting to become experts at defining things that we shouldn't be defining. You can't tell people that they don't have rights, but the Constitution says life and death removes that. That having rights is not in the Constitution. And if you look it up, they're right, but that's not what we're
I don't
trying
think
to
so.
talk
I
about.
thought we have liberty and the pursuit of happiness.
Yes. But
so
that's
it's not just life and death.
But that's not a definition of what the Torah says or what religion says or even the Catholics say.
There's a lot of things have
a life
changed
is
a
a
lot.
life is a life is a life. Is
And
what they're
muskets are
saying.
different than AK-47s also.
That's right. And taking
Right?
that's
A
right.
musket, when they drew up the Constitution, the thing.
But they
different than what
say
they're
you
doing
have the
now.
right to bear arms. It doesn't say you have to wait till you're 25. It doesn't say till you're 21.
Now
It
it's
doesn't say
21, I
18.
think.
It doesn't say that. It doesn't say that. And this is the problem.
It's a problem.
Because you got all these right wingers now who want to bear their arms.
But bearing arms is different than killing people. If you bear your arms to protect yourself, having a gun does not mean you have the right to go kill people.
You're right. But they're not
Different interpretation, no. No one has the right to take a
they're not
life.
saying that you don't have a right to take somebody's life. They're saying that
No
you
one
have
has the right to
bear
take a
arms.
life in that situation.
Did that kid have an uncle that he was living with? Yes. What did the uncle say? I didn't know at all that this kid
But
was
apparently
all
it was
messed
all
up.
over social media. From what I heard,
Now,
I don't know.
do your parents look at your social media page?
No.
Does your mom know what you do on social media? She does.
Yeah.
Over here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do they see all the pages or just the ones you want them to see?
they see everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my parents see everything too.
Yeah, TikTok too?
Yeah.
Things that you want your parents to see, right?
I mean, I'm not hiding anything.
Things that you want your parents to see is the question. Do they know everything you put on social media? Everything.
Yeah.
Everything,
Yeah.
everything.
Yes.
Yes, no?
No.
No, yes?
No, my parents aren't really on social media.
Let's just leave it alone. Yes or no?
Yes.
And there's a question mark over here. The problem here is that you don't know your kids. I've been saying this for 7 years on this show. Even if there's a hair of something secret,
There's a lot of problems.
the problem is if you can't control your kid from home, how the hell is anybody going to control them outside the home?
It's not even, parents can't, but other people saw his social media and they didn't report it
But
either.
you don't know that.
If you put something on social media that's inappropriate and Bailey sees it, Bailey had a situation and she came to us and said,
And we took care of it.
this is what's going on, and we wouldn't know if you hadn't told us. So it's what makes a community a
But
community.
Bailey
a
just
family
drives a
family.
car and she's normal. There are other kids that aren't normal, and they're not going to come to you. You're going to have to find out what's going on. You have to be a detective.
It's always just good to like communicate with people. Like,
Do you snitch on people?
no.
Would you call the police if you knew that one of your friends was having visions of doing something
Yes.
dangerous?
Yeah.
We talked about this.
They're all, yeah.
What I would do, if they had visions, I would tell them to talk to somebody about it, because I think there's a difference.
I don't know what that is.
Thinking about something.
They don't know what that is.
I think that the problem is that when you tell people to police themselves, it's not going to happen. I think that the problem is you're going to have a reaction to people who do these things. So if you know somebody who's drawing like very strange images and having strange talk, you got to let somebody in a higher level, the authorities, know. And you got to snitch. I'm sorry. And I know that you don't. I get it. My son, he took me to school on this, and I'm sorry. You got to, because you can save, I don't know, 6 lives, 20 lives, 21 lives.
Even if it's just one, it's one.
Even if you snitch, and they will protect you from anybody knowing you did. You just can't go around saying, well, I had a snitch, because you can't do that. You got to keep it.
For me, like, it depends on like the situation. It depends on like how severe like the situation actually is.
You don't know how severe it can grow. It starts as a pain and grows into a pimple. You don't know. Don't take it upon yourself to try to figure it out. If somebody's having very scary signs, if you see a pattern of change, tell somebody. But I don't mean to go and tell the guy, because he's not going to self-police him. I'm telling you for a fact. And until we feel comfortable that telling on somebody to help save lives is a reality, this is going to continue, man. This is not going away.
But honestly, our mental health system is so messed up. It's
Underfunded.
Yeah, it's underfunded, and it's just, they don't help people because of how little resources they have. So it continues the cycle.
I know a lady who works for the FBI. She tells me, Freddie, we get 150,000 phone calls a day on people who need help. We don't have the manpower to do that. So they just want the real scary ones. Do you know this guy got through and shot that 4th of July? Do you know how many they stopped yesterday? Sir, you'd be shocked at the number they stopped yesterday. This is an ongoing problem.
Really?
It isn't because that's the only one that happened. Trust me when I tell you this. She said, do you know how many we stopped today? Just on the East Coast, close to 800,000 shootings.
And on that note, we got to wrap this up.
Okay.
We're going to roll into the afternoon show, which we can continue this conversation
Yeah, I
as
don't
well.
want to. Now you woke me up. I was
And now
hungover and
he's
happy.
up.
Now I'm awake.
And on that note, happy Tuesday, everyone. Stay tuned. We've got a full day lined up for you coming out of the theater, and then we've got Rebooted the podcast at 3 o'clock, followed at 7 o'clock with Tell Us Your Biz, Brooklyn Cafe Show After Hours, author Frank Ruffolo. Stay tuned. Have a great morning.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the morning show. As I go now to fill my mug, which is completely empty, I'm coffeeed out.
Your cup runneth over.
No, company dry.
Have a great morning, everyone. Stay safe, be kind to each other. Tune in for all of our other morning shows coming from Ant Media Productions, and then our afternoon show at 12 o'clock.
And always join us for more fun and laughs, because you know your day starts when you smile.
Have a great morning, and we'll see you in a little bit.
And don't be late.